Hello, it's Junaid here from Haystack Analytics, and today I wanted to walk you through how you can improve your team's software development lifecycle, and specifically how you can make it faster. And so when you log into the Haystack dashboard, there are two metrics which immediately come up, which are quite important for software development speed. Cycle time, so this is the 85th percentile time from first commit to merging a pull request, and deployments, and this is a number of deployments made per week. And basically, these metrics are good indications of your team's developer experience. So if you're able to reduce your cycle time, that means your developers are able to take something from being an idea in the business to being something that's tested in front of users even quicker. And the advantage of this is it means that your business is able to pivot quicker. It means that, your product managers are able to get feedback quicker. They're able to understand how users feel about certain things, and that ultimately helps your business grow quicker. But also reducing this time is hugely advantageous on the technology side. Speed and quality go hand in hand. If you're able to deploy stuff with less headaches and you're able to do it quicker, it means that, and specifically if you're able to ship software in smaller batches, it means things are less likely to go wrong. Additionally, in order to get this process to be really fast, you're going to require a lot of automation, and this automation will take a lot of the stress out of developers' hands as they're developing. You'll have to get your tooling to a place where things are very, very easy for developers to do. So really, developer experience is also something that's critical. It will help your reliability. It will help your business grow faster. So this cycle time is first commit, 85th percentile time from first commit to merging a pull request. Although some customers can configure change lead time, and the advantage you'll get if you configure change lead time is you'll get the time from first commit to that commit being deployed in production. So you can almost get the additional metric of deployments. You can get that included in a single cycle time metric, which is quite powerful. But also these are both metrics that are important. So ideally, you'd want your cycle time to be coming down, and you'd want your number of deployments to be going up. So we can see here that cycle time is trending in the wrong direction. Let's take a look into why. And I should mention, here the time is set to 3 months. And also it can sometimes be important to drill down at a team level to understand, is there a specific team that's having problems? Is there a specific repository where the processes aren't right? That's really important. But it's important to do this at a team level and a repository level, not an individual level, because the important thing is that when you look at things at a process level, you're less likely to, you have a more, your working environment will be healthier because you're looking at root causes rather than having a blame culture. So let's drill into cycle time here, and let's see what we can find with what's going on here. So immediately the first thing I see for this set of data here is that review time is taking up the bulk of the team's time, 79%. And this is quite common. This is something which often gets neglected, this process. The development time here, so all the time that's taken to make all the commits, this is actually fairly reasonable. It's this review time which is the biggest problem here. And often one of the things we learn from theory of constraints is that it's important to focus on the biggest issue first, so we can prioritize what we're doing and we can drill in on the area where our work will give us the biggest return on investment. So let's drill into this here. We see this review time. Let's go drill in further. And again, we see another interesting effect. So the review time here is split into three things. First response time. So first response time can sometimes be impacted by things like, slow build, slow tests, flaky tests, poor process in assigning reviews, things like that. rework time is something that, it can often be actually getting the feedback and getting the changes made in order to get something out. Then idle completion time is usually just that time between getting a review done and a merge completed. So often some teams will actually set up automation, so when the rework is done and everyone's approved, it automatically gets merged in. But again, this can also be impacted by some build processes as well. So rework time is the thing we really need to improve for this team. So let's take a look at what we can do. Let's drill into rework time. So drilling into rework time here, we see something that's quite interesting. We see that effectively there's a few interesting distributions here. So we see that this is trending up, but we can also break this down by the number of pull requests and what distribution is used here. So it's important to remember that particularly the ones up here, over 72 hours, these are 72 times more time than the ones which are here. So we'd often expect a nice long tail distribution, but we see a tick up here in the 72-hour range. So this is something that's important for us to focus on. So let's take a look at what's going on here. And immediately we see some interesting risks. We see that cycle time is, that obviously there's high cycle time, but there's also the biggest risk factor associated with this is large pull request. And too many discussions, some here, but really what we're dealing with is work that isn't sufficiently broken down enough. And we can see those individual pull requests here. So how do we address this? So let's look into this risk here of large pull requests, and we can see that there's actually 12 pull requests which are outstanding. So we can actually drill into these large pull requests, and we can see how we can improve them. But also by setting up notifications in the Haystack dashboard, you're able to proactively notify a team over both Slack and email. So usually in a Slack room, the team can self-resolve 95% of these pieces of work which are coming in which aren't being broken down enough, and maybe 5% might need some help from a principal or a senior or a engineering manager, and you can configure alerts for that to go out to the team over Slack and also over email, and that's something you can use to really try and decrease that range of large pull requests. And you can track this trend over time as well for this specific risk. So we're able to see risks, large pull requests, and we can actually see that, this team here, they have actually been able to start trending this metric down, and really hopefully over time they'll be able to accelerate this using the notifications, and they'll be able to deliver faster and ultimately move the metric on cutting their cycle time. Thank you for watching this video. Any questions, feel free to email me or email our support team at support@usehaystack.io, or contact us on the Haystack Slack community. Thank you.